Aqui?
Sounded like somebody was in trouble inside.
That's why nothing's gonna happen to us.
Em cima.
We'll tell them what happened. And we'll be home in no time.
Lord Gortash is expecting you.
Não é? Tá aqui. Tá a fazer, amigo?
What? Oh, what are you doing in here?
You notice the gnome slip a lockpick into his pocket.
Pois.
You're not a fist. Go on, get out, or I'll wake the others.
Bora. Só preciso de um 3. Está feito.
I'm no thief. I was going to pay it back. Eventually. I needed the gold.
Para quê?
I'm getting out of here. Taking a ferry down the coast to get me home. Those bloody crooks at the docks are charging triple, though. Danger money. It's a joke.
O que é que os assusta?
You haven't heard? An army is coming. They're saying it's unstoppable.
Não, não é.
My wife said we have to stand and fight, and I can't. I won't. I'm not made for this.
Apetece-me fazer isto, mas aquilo que eu acho que é correto é este. Vou fazer este e depois, se não der, vou este.
I'm not a soldier. I only joined for the uniform and a warm bed. They're better off without me. I'm scared. All I want is to go home.
Yeah, faz sentido.
You shouldn't be in here. This barracks is private.
Come on, lad.
Really? You'll just give it to me. Look. Hidden up on the roof, you'll find all the stuff I stole.
Já tenho.
You can have it. Thank you. I'll never forget this.
Já roubei isso tudo.
Never.
Bora. Vamos lá ver então. O que é que se passa com o Gortash?
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
O que é que esta gaja está a fazer aqui?
Please make your way to the audience chamber.
If it isn't little Will, straight to your handler. And I didn't even have to whistle.
Mizora, I've had enough. You owe your life to me. Time to end the pact.
Feeling cheeky, are we? Most unbecoming. Heard about your father. The Absolute's puppet. A damned travesty, if you ask me. He's upstairs in Worm's Rock, ordaining Gortash as Archduke. A splendid party, I hear. Perfect for crashing. Go on up. We'll talk after.
Cabra. Só falar aqui com as pessoas. Amigo, fala aí de baixo. Para que é que tivemos de subir?
Master Porter, I've taken the liberty of... Oh, you're not the master. Just as well.
Ok. E tu?
Look, I'm all for Gortash, but those clankers, they don't sit right with me.
Because they do your job better than you and without complaining.
Ah, merda.
It is unnerving.
Imagine where we'd be without them. The city would be overrun. They're all that's keeping this cult at bay.
Não,
That's the
caraças.
point. They make people feel safe, if nothing else.
Ha! You hear this? Tell my friends how safe you feel with those metal giants stamping about.
Yeah, não dá para confiar neles, eles vão se virar contra nós eventualmente. Espera. Um F5 não vai isto despoltar um combate?
You've been reading too many picture books.
Lord Gortash himself is the one pulling their strings. We're all better off for it.
Burros.
Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
Meaning?
Hush. Patriarchs are upstairs. Lord Janeth could call for me at any moment.
Ah, merda.
Cult army on the march, killer on the loose, and Mistress Dorenbold still drags me hither and thither.
You hear? Milady says Absolute's army's on the march. Those watchers will hold the line. You best believe.
Head up, chest out. Lord Portier could descend any moment.
Ravenguard's a hero.
Lord, Archduke, God. I'll call Gortash what he wants. As long as Lord Chatshield pays me for all this waiting around.
Porra.
Bruff's babbling, no time to talk.
Ok.
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience
Não dá para
chamber.
roubar nada disto?
Greetings, citizen. I trust you are enjoying the city.
Boa conversa. Já está o cabrão.
Kinspeople, Baldurians, and dearest Duke Ravenguard, thank you for joining me on this exceptional day.
It's him. Gortash. This is it. I can practically taste his blood from here.
Não podemos, filha.
My father's here, Karlak. Cool your fires. He must not come to harm.
Vou usar o Friends.
You're asking a lot,
Eu sei.
but I can wait. For a while at
Acabamos de
least.
lutar com um dragão, filha.
Let's get Baldur's Gate safe. Then rip his throat out.
A moment, please, my friends. An old acquaintance has come to pay her respects. Please, Karlak, come and say a proper hello.
Monte de merda.
My respects! You're lucky I've agreed not to shove my boot up your...
Ah, how I've missed your colourful turns of phrase.
Monte de merda.
We must catch up just as soon as I've had words with your little friend.
Monte de merda.
As for you, I understand congratulations are in order. Thorm's defeat hasn't gone unnoticed. You're known for who you are And for that netherstone that you carry.
E tu por seres um monte de merda.
The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, not the most thrilling of prospects, but it's a fate that can be avoided if you and I come to an understanding. Together, we can still restore authority over the brain.
Ah, merda.
Of course. Gortash always did have an eye for opportunity.
O que é que a coroa está a falhar?
It's not. But it will not follow new orders unless the Netherstones are united to give the command. When it finishes executing its current orders, it will be free to do as it wishes. That will be bad for everyone. The Crown's magic turned the brain into something the world has never seen. A nether brain. Its power is immense. Once it is freed from its shackles, I doubt we'll ever be able to bring it under control again.
O que é que sugeres?
There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. With Ketheric gone, Orin proved treacherous. Baal's chosen wants the Netherstones for herself. She only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her.
Não tenho medo dela.
You've met her assassins. Efficient killers, by all accounts. I know you survived previous encounters. But she won't relent. Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. You know. She's tricked you before. She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains all 3 Netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth.
Queres que eu acredite que não planeias nada de mal contra a cidade?
I'd like to propose a pact, a divine oath sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my steel watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here, so the 3 are united once again. Together we rule Faerun as kings. No, more than kings. Gods. We rule as the absolute.
No.
And my father?
Your father will do whatever you command him to, like any other subject in our kingdom. What do you say? Shall we be allies?
No.
I can detect no deceit. This alliance could serve us well. And if it does not, well, we need not honor it.
Let's be allies, said the viper to the frog.
Detectar. Só tenho 3. Preciso de 10. 9, é? 19 também serve, já. Eu aceito.
Orin is unreliable. This one shows promise. He keeps his word, I keep mine. We will rule as one.
Vou pensar nisso, sem promessas.
Perhaps a demonstration of why you need my help will motivate you to make the right decision. Your camp is compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless.
Porra.
Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
A doppelganger in our camp. That sounds all too believable.
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived.
Como é que eu encontro a Orin se ela muda de forma tão facilmente?
Even horror has a home. Find her nest and slay her there. For all its charms, Baldur's Gate has long had a cancer at its heart. A hidden temple devoted to Baal.
Okay.
That's where Orin became what she is, where she worshipped and schemed. And now, it's where she hides from my watchers, when she's not spilling blood in the streets. You're resourceful. I trust you'll sniff it out. If the trail goes cold, follow the bodies.
Ok. Yeah, o Steel Watch consegue aguentar a Orin, porque é que precisas de mim?
Orin is elusive, shall we say. The grip of the Steel Watch may be tight, but sand still slips through its fingers. Some conflicts are best resolved quietly. The people are cattle, obedient until panicked. You carry the stone plucked from Merkel's chosen. Besides, I'm not ready to call you enemy. At least not yet.
Ok. Qual é que era o plano?
First, Orin the Red, bloody dagger of Baal, causes panic in the streets through killings in the Absolute's name. Next, the threat of the Absolute's monstrous armies formed by Merkel's general, Ketheric Thorn. In such circumstances, people crave strong leaders. Leaders that bring law, order, and protection. Leaders like me. Bane's unyielding hand, author of justice. You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete power over them. All out of fear of the Absolute. Next, we will declare curfew and begin infecting the
boca para a verdade.
Our subjects will hear the voice of their absolute God. The faithful will do anything in the name of their God.
Onde é que encontraste uma coroa tão poderosa?
Powerful connections. Let's leave it at that.
Ouvi o suficiente, posso me ir embora?
Soon. First, come and be witness as I make history. The first Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
Não tenho interesse nesta cerimónia.
Then allow me to peek it for you.
Your brain twists and stretches under the Watcher's gaze. The pain almost brings you to your knees before fading.
You will follow me, and you will show due respect. Distinguished dukes, patriarchs, dearest Ravenguard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Caralho.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
Espada do Balduran tenho eu. Porco.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree,
Podem ir os
so
dois
that
à
none
merda.
may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent?
Yeah.
Don't. You will only invite his ire and your own death.
Porra!
Enver Gortash, the council appoints you Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
Vão os dois à merda.
My friends, the Steel Watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return, do not come empty-handed.
Ainda vais mamar com o coisa, com a lança da Karlach.
So there you have it. Lord Enver Gortash in all his glory. What did you make of him?
Mal posso esperar pelo mandar abaixo.
Not if I get to him first. How could all these people cheer for him like that? Can't they see what a chancer he is?
As pessoas estão assustadas e fazem o que for preciso para se sentir seguras.
And they expect these big metal monsters to tuck them in at night while the Absolute knocks on the gates. If only they knew the truth. The Dead Three orchestrated all of this. And it's working. I wish this city, the people running it, were smarter than me. Gortash isn't their salvation. He's the monster at the gate.
Não sei, filha. Vamos embora. Não, pera. Falar com o pai.
Truest of souls, bathed in her light.
There is a fleeting connection. Your parasite communes with his, then falls quiet.
Father, my dearest boy, the hells have touched you, but you've come to me just as Gortash said you would. A true soul, no less. Father and son, unstoppable generals. You and your allies will usher in a new dawn.
O que é que fizeram?
What is a hero, if not an actor for the greater good? Faerun suffers in darkness. Tyr has abandoned us. Helm's Eye has strayed. But Baldur's Gate will soon burn bright, a beacon to light the heavens. Gortash and I will ignite the final spark, and that, true soul, is the greatest of goods.
No,
this isn't him. This is the tadpole talking.
For a brief moment, uncertainty clouds his mind, then dissipates. The astral prism vibrates in concord.
What nonsense is this?
The prism quivers once more. Ravenguard falters.
As I said, Baldur's Gate will ascend. Torill's first and only grand city.
Bora.
First comes a vision of terror. The city of Baldur's Gate taken by lithids. But beyond the terror, there is hope. You see a beaming Ravenguard presiding over the sunlit city, applauded by the people. A people at peace.
The true Ravenguard is still clinging on somewhere in that mine. It might not be too late for him.
Have we finished then?
Tento.
Help me. Ah, the Black Widow caught you in her web. Floric chose shadow over light. Her betrayal burned deeper than the fires of Avernus. She's been punished for her lies. Don't let her get to you.
The Duke wants to keep Floric's location a secret. Little does he know that you've already found and freed her.
Olé. Termos conversas aqui à frente deles.
To hear my father's voice speak those words, like a stranger wrapped in his flesh. But there's still a glimmer of him in there, calling for release. I feel it. I know it. I won't let the Absolute keep him. This is my pledge.
Ok, vamos lá falar com a outra.
If not over, then through. At least things have stayed interesting.
O que é que tu querias?
What did I tell you? A momentous occasion.
Ah, merda.
I'm sure you agree.
I've had enough, Mizora. What do you want?
Your attention, little pup. Nothing more. And you'll be glad to give it. You see, Gortash has had your father relocated.
Já? Pensei que eu queria manter ao lado.
I'm just an impartial observer. This is Gortash's game. A murderous one, the way I hear it.
Shit.
Your dad's good as dead, pup. And to think, there's no way to save him. Or is there?
You know something.
I know enough. I'll be in your camp if you want to work something out.
O meu acampamento? Porra, que acontece tudo ao Will, mano.
Of course she'd stick her infernal nose where it doesn't belong. Of course she's dreamt up some risible scheme. By all the hounds of the hells, what is she planning?
O teu pai está envolvido, portanto temos de ouvir.
Mizora's always worth hearing out. That's what makes her so dangerous.
Pois.
We'll have answers soon enough. Mizora's gone to camp. We should speak with her.
Eu sei.
Until then, may my father keep safe, whatever coop he's been flown to.
Deixa lá ver, o teu pai não está aqui? Não. Será que dá para falar com ele?
Dearest Karlak, I'd busy myself finding Orin if I were you. I'll still be here for any unfinished business once you've secured your camp.
Well, that's it. That's all you have to say to me.
Were you hoping for something else? A word of wisdom? A hug?
Thanks to you, I don't hope for things anymore. I just take whatever it is I want. See you soon, motherfucker.
You most certainly will.
Bem dito, filha. Bom, está na altura de irmos ao acampamento. Bora lá ao acampamento. Não está cá ainda. Portanto, vamos falar aqui com esta.
Will ought to know what happened with Mizora. Whatever she has in store for him can't be good.
Verdade. Anyway.
Of course. I suppose you've...
Beijinho. Como é que tu estás?
My heart's racing. Fine. What's on your mind? No, even if I could have made it this far without
Vá.
you.
Queremos a seguir para o romance, vá. Falar com toda a gente aqui do campo. Tu.
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword? You must face them.
Tivemos esta conversa. Will.
Always good to talk, my friend.
Pois é.
devil will come. What?
Mas não. Ninguém tem. Vá, vamos, mas é. Pó para ranço. E ver se amanhã. Ah, agora vai aparecer a Mizora na IA. Vamos lá ver o que é que ele tem a dizer.
Sorore surge, testis esto pacti me.
Bom dia.
Sisters, be my testament. Notum sit in Beator.
Notum sit in Beator.
Holy hells.
O que é que estás a fazer?
I come to bargain.
Pois bem
The
parecia.
hells demand witness.
Enough, Mizora. Where is my father? How do I save him?
How else? We bargain. Sisters.
Infernos contractus te vocamus. Infernos contractus te vocamus. Infernos contractus te vocamus.
Your contract, Will. Signed in blood, forged in fire, bound in bone, but not unbreakable.
Então solta.
No contract is ended without sacrifice. A cost must be paid. Will Ravenguard, a choice is before you. Option 1. I show you the way to your father. I guarantee him no harm except that from you and your allies. And you pledge your soul to me and the archdevil Zariel in a pact eternal. Option 2. I break your pact and you are freed from your duty. Your father dies by his enemy's hand, and Baldur's Gate loses its greatest champion. Name your sacrifice.
Bloody Zariel. I won't let her take Will.
Silence, Karlak.
Mizora, you asshole!
Choose.
O pai ou ele? Este é o que me parece mais correto. O que acontece ao poder dele se ele quebrar o pacto?
Addendum F. The Absolute must be avenged for the Soulbinder's detention at Moonrise. The Soulbearer retains his gifts until such time as the Absolute is slain.
Vamos dar a liberdade ao Will.
You damned wretch. Father. Do it. Break the pact.
Fiat ita.
Fiat ita. Anima ad beator.
Didn't think you had it in you. seems my boy's all grown up. And don't go fussing about your father. You made your choice. You knew the terms.
Ah, merda.
You know what? I think I'll stick around. Not for the greater good, you understand. Just for the entertainment.
Caraças.
The cat peers back. You read something in its eyes. Doubt. Resignation, perhaps.
Bom dia, gato. Ah, merda. E tu?
I brought my own paring knife. Now I just need some ingredients, and I'm gonna make something
Dá para fazer?
really
Não.
good, I promise.
Temos muita gente para falar. Fala, filha.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
I can't believe Will's given up his soul to Zariel. For a father he fell out with ages ago. There's such a thing as being too good. Someone ought to tell Will Ravenguard.
Hã? Não! Não! Não escolhemos o do meio?
Gods, I spent 7 years choked by Mizora's leash. And I spent 7 years hoping to break free. I never knew freedom could taste so bitter.
Não, pois, eu libertei. É melhor desta maneira, és livre.
I have to believe that. I'm not the Hell's puppet in life, nor its warrior in death.
A gente encontra o teu
The
pai.
blade will be guiding his own hand. But freedom will be paid in my father's blood. Tomorrow, I celebrate my gain. Today, I mourn my loss.
A moment passes. In the stillness, you find a mote of tranquility.
The Ravenguard name now lives solely with me. I will make it count for something.
E porquê é que ele ainda está transformado? Não devia ter voltado ao normal? O teu pai não está morto. Pode ser que haja uma forma de o salvar.
I signed his life away before the Hell's witnesses. It would be easier to drink the sticks down to the last drop than to alter his fate.
Não, eu consigo.
I'd be a fool to wish otherwise.
Qual é o próximo passo?
We obtain the final 2 nether stones and take back our minds. And the city from the brain.
Tu ficas aqui agora, é?
Little Will's all grown up. I can't wait to see what trouble he gets into.
Will não é uma criança, para de... trata-o com respeito.
I beg your forgiveness for such undue impertinence. From now on, I promise him the same measure of respect he's shown his father. Oh, I almost forgot. Will sold his father's life for his freedom.
Ah, merda.
My mistake.
Largaste a Carlac. Porquê é que me daste ideias?
You are an inquisitive one. I'd have thought you'd figured by now. Zariel found new use for an old battle axe. The dead 3 in that bulging brain of theirs are a threat to more than this trifling city, you know. Savor her company. Who's to say when Zariel might change her mind? My mistress can be so capricious. The Absolutists worked a number on me at Moonrise. And you're the best hope I've got at payback.
Yeah, como é que ela foi apanhada?
The Hell's children without getting scorched. Correct. I didn't. If you must know, I was scouting the cultists on behalf of Zariel. But those cursed shadows were thick enough to fell even a half-fiend. I woke in that damned pod. It kept my body sealed and my most powerful magic silenced.
Chupa.
But a brave, kind, benevolent soul set me free. Gallantry isn't dead after all.
O que é que me podes dizer sobre o inferno?
The 9 hells of Beator. Each its own domain, each with its own archdevil to rule it. I call the first hell my home, Avernus. My mistress Zariel's realm, a torrid battleground split by the bloody waters of the Styx. How I adore it, the delicious agony of it all. The other 8, well, they are pleasures unto themselves. Perhaps I'll show you myself, if I deem you worthy.
Ah, merda. Só chegar aqui quer alguém em troca.
Why? I'm supplying Will with every scrap of his infernal power. I've paid my dues many times over. I tell you what, when the time comes to squish that big baddie of a brain, I'll lend you a hand.
Pronto. Ah não, já falei com a Lizel. Vamos ao que é importante. Bom dia, Nina.
I can still feel the Shadowfell all over me. Still hear her words in my ear. I feel unclean.
Estás a falar da Char? Já não te pode magoar?
I hope that's true, but I'm not so sure. She has a far reach and a long memory. I have an idea. Something I've wanted to do for a while. Something that might help me put her in the past.
Bora.
But I'll need your help.
O que é que eu preciso fazer?
Just wait until the others are asleep, then come with me.
Pimba!
There's a place we can go.
Vamos dar
Down
trancas.
the coast a little.
Zé das trancas finalmente vai dar trancas. Bora.
Good. Until then, get some rest while you can.
Bora. Já a dormir. Já para a cama. Corre, puto. Corre, puto. Corre, puto. Pimba.
This will do. Take off your clothes.
Pimba. Tu primeiro.
Fine. Well, don't just stand there. Turn around. You haven't even attempted to peek. I'm a little offended.
Deixa lá ver. Olha. Está feito. Maluca.
You're lucky I didn't have anything more dangerous.
Ok, esta parte vai tapada ali. Senão o YouTube lixa-me.
Don't just stare.
Não, filha, tens de ter os mamilos à volta das legendas. É que assim não me dá para tapar só. Are not you're beautiful.
I know. Your turn.
Bora. Dá já a pilinha de fora.
I don't know if I can do this now that I'm here.
Não tens de fazer isto se não estiveres pronta?
Wait, just give me a moment. I can manage. As long as you stay with me.
Isto é a monetização do YouTube a fugir.
That's cold. Come here. Thank you. I needed that. I needed to know I can face things without Shah. I don't want to go back. Not just yet. Just a pebble.
Pronto.
Now don't you dare stop.
Bora. E pronto, lá está. Temos o romance com Shadowheart feito.